Welcome to Little Talks, your weekly dose of marketing news, trends, and insights from Littlefield Agency. Grab your coffee, turn up the volume, and let's get into it.
Hey, welcome back to another edition of Little Talks with Littlefield Agency. I'm Sam Littlefield. With me is my co-host, Roop, my brother. How are you today?
I'm well.
You're looking good. Your flow's looking good.
Thanks, man. The weather's starting to finally turn fallish, and I appreciate it.
If you're watching today, I'm in a jacket and it's warranted.
I thought about wearing a jacket today.
It's 49 degrees this morning and it felt awesome.
High is going to be like 72.
You got a cool little button down. I like it, like the double pockets.
Yeah. Banana Republic ensemble.
Claudia, did you ever do like the slam dunk thing? Like dunk their pockets? That was a thing in high school. Like you'd like go and like dunk someone's
slam
pocket.
Dunk? No, we just did like flat tiring.
Flat tiring?
Flat tiring?
Yeah,
what's
where
that?
you like step when you're behind someone, you step on the back of their shoe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's messed up, man.
Yeah, or yaga was like when you would grab a girl's ponytail and you go yaga.
You know what? When Chelsea's back,
Yeah, you got.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna yaga her.
Yes.
I will write that down. Yaga. That is freaking great.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so good fall vibes here. We have. It's a quieter week here at the agency because Brock, man, he's a road warrior right now.
Yeah,
he was
he's
up
racking
with
up the miles.
He's up with Sweet Adelines at their international convention in Columbus, Ohio. Then made a pit stop in Mason, Ohio to see Clope, and we just got to see them in Pennsylvania. So that's a twofer, a double whammy. It's awesome. He had a really cool tour yesterday of something going on up there that I can't really disclose. And then he is now in Louisville with Grasshopper, with Trent, with Mike, with Connie, the crew.
Was he in Louisville
Brent?
the last time you guys went? He wasn't part of that.
No.
That's just a few weeks ago.
That was Utility Expo. Yeah, man, Louisville is popping right now. So anyway, we got the Grasshopper crew, including Chelsea. Chelsea's meeting, I believe, Mike and Connie. I'm not sure. I think Brent's already there, but joining them in Dallas today. And they're heading up for Old Equipment Expo in Louisville.
She wearing the costume?
I wish she was wearing the costume. She gets some super cool Grasshopper swag, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so that's awesome. And then the weather up there is literally like 64 degrees and sunny, not downpouring rain. Sorry, Claude, But anyway, we got a really nice road crew out in Ohio and Kentucky this week. And they come back, and Thursday night, Roop, it's Christmas.
It's cigar night.
Cigar night.
Cigar dinner night.
So for those of you that are listening and that have not listened in years past, I am the co-chair. It's Christ the King annual cigar dinner. It's the 28th year. I should probably know that for my speech on Thursday night.
I need to update the website.
So it's really, really cool. I can look at that right now. Let's see here because we do it. Get that information to you here shortly. But it's really, really neat. There are 425 attendees this year.
Where does that stand in the record books?
Last year we had 400.
Okay, so
we are completely sold out, and the whole benefit it benefits the students at Marquette Christ the King. There's a great endowment for them. Tom walked into my office. He was like, "Hey, I love this event. What does it actually benefit?" And I was like, that's probably important for you to know.
Besides Roop's humidor.
Besides Roop's, so it is literally all you can eat steak, mashed potatoes.
I eat a lot of those.
Those are so good.
They're so good.
Yeah.
All you can drink, open bar, and all you can smoke cigars. It is a man's dream. It's your dream. I know you love it.
I know. If we had gambling involved.
If you're listening, you put out some poker tables. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Tables, really
That's actually a pretty good idea.
I'm going to take that to heart when I'm asking you for money.
I'm going
to hold you on that. You'd be willing to spend money
And
on gambling and not for the children.
I am so glad Claude brought that up.
It's still gambling.
I
The
guess.
raffle tickets are still gambling.
Yeah. That's a very good point, Claude. So Claude and Kenny and Taylor, Chelsea, and a couple of other non-Littlefield ladies are the raffle ladies. And it's amazing because you literally go after their money. Tara's already like eyeing people. She's like, hey, I'd like.
I know. He's like, I know. Last year, Chelsea was like, I have dibs. I'm going to go after all these people. Like, I already know who I'm going to go after. I was
it's
like,
so
what?
funny because one of my buddies, he just had pinky surgery. I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And Tara saw him and she was like, hey, hope that's healed because I would need to take your money in 2 weeks. I was like, damn, I love where your head's at. I was super proud of her. So anyway, long story short, we have the cigar dinner on Thursday. It's a great work week. It's a great benefit for the children of Christ the King Marquette. And it's fall vibes.
Yeah.
The only thing is we need to pray for no rain. We're supposed to get 5 inches of rain between Thursday and Sunday. So wear your boots,
Yeah.
muck boots, something boots. And it's going to be a little drizzly, but that's okay. It's for the kids.
For the kids. We'll get through
it. For the kids. Okay. Hey, we've got, this is really important. I'm going to let you introduce this topic today, Mr. Roop.
Okay. So today's topic is the top 3 marketing trends for 2026.
2026.
Yeah, coming up. We're getting ahead. You're living in the future today on the podcast.
What are we focused on?
We're talking about trends for next year. And yes, they all involve AI. How could they not?
They have to.
They have to.
Yeah.
You'd be disappointed if they weren't.
And as we introduce this topic, you've got some really good points. Let's reflect on this year.
Yeah, let's talk. Well, first off, we've been talking about AI for a couple of years now.
Yeah. This is our 3rd year talking about it.
I'm losing track pretty reliably.
What started off as a shiny object.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes this image. That's cool.
Kind of cool, yeah.
And okay, let's get into some great automations and efficiencies. And now into the practicality.
There's almost nothing you can think of that AI isn't touching in some way. Or some service you use where AI is not involved or bolted on, even if it's not in a good way. It's still, everyone's trying. Everyone's into this. So we thought we'd talk a little bit about what's coming next year. But first, we thought we'd reflect on 2025. What happened? God,
what a weird thing to say. Reflecting
year.
on 2025. Yeah. We're almost done. Okay.
Almost done.
Yeah, let's reflect. I've got my Zen hat on.
Yeah, what happened in 2025 with AI? This was the year that AI-assisted marketing tools really matured. So the promise had been there for a couple, thought was there probably the first year. The promise was there the second year. And this year it started really kind of happening. You started seeing, we came back from Inbound and HubSpot's Inbound in San Francisco. And last year they talked a lot about how AI was going to be integrated into their system and do all these cool things. And it kind of didn't happen. This year it did. So it's really there. We're using it to do all kinds of things to enrich data records and improve workflows and all kinds of stuff there. Chris is using it nonstop. The media, every day he comes up and has a new platform he's vibe coding out to help make his team faster and more efficient.
Well, let's be honest. When Chris walks in the office, sometimes I'm like, is that AI agent Chris?
Right.
Has he made a hologram of himself?
He gets so deep into it, and he'll send me stuff on the weekend even be like, oh, dude, we got to talk about this on Monday.
It was great. We were at our offsite.
I started doing it to him now.
We were at our offsite a couple weeks ago. And Chris loves the work that he does with our clients and for the agency. And he's like, man, but it'd be awesome if like for 1 year I didn't have to work and I could just focus only on AI.
Yeah, it was probably a pitch.
And don't worry, because he'd be coming for you, and that's your job.
Yeah,
and you're still working. It's all good. But anyway, that it is very evident that Chris has harnessed this great technology.
Yeah, and one of the things, along the lines of AI-assisted marketing tools, one of the things we found really early on this year, which really drives us home, I think, we started building a lot of our own systems, or trying to.
Yes.
Like we were trying to build an SEO tracking and ranking system for AI.
And SEO. You did a nice job.
We got pretty far on it.
Then,
and literally, SEMrush, who's already a big SEO player in the marketing world, added a AI component to their offerings. And it was the same thing and a little better, and they got more computing power. So we said, let's just use it.
Well, and that is... I'll take that one. That's my bad. So a year ago, or earlier this year, I was like, hey, Roop, we're going to build these things. We're going to go to sleep. It's like our manufacturing clients, right? Like they're building product and they go to sleep and they're selling product. And that's wonderful. And I was like, we're going to do this. We're going to, passive income, baby. There's
probably some things that will pop out that we find unique to ourselves in that vein. But I really think... there's so many services and so many things that open up that allow you to leverage the concept of AI and get the speed and the promise and all the benefits of it without having to maintain it.
Fair.
So a lot of stuff like what I just described has happened. There's wireframing tools now for us internally that are really dope. What Chris and I were looking at this weekend. There's all kinds of stuff. So almost nothing you can think of that isn't probably coming, unless it's so niche and unique to your business or your internal workings or your brand that no one's going to be paying attention to it. So anyhow, it's kind of been this weird deal of, we have this idea, let's give it a couple of weeks and see who else beats us to it. And that's happening a lot. So AI-assisted marketing tools are very much here. The other thing that happened this year was niche. Is it niche or niche? I never say it right.
I say niche.
Me too.
Niche.
It just
But
sounds
you
right.
sometimes say niche.
I say niche a lot.
Well, because niche, you do say niche?
I think so.
Yes.
See, it sounds like snitch, and it's just like, I don't know. Niche is
Niche
like,
sounds like
niche.
microfiche, and I don't like that either.
It
Microfiche?
sounds
Do you know
more
what
like a
microfiche are?
boring
The hell is that?
word.
Microfiche, guys, back in the days before digitization of records in the library, they put everything on this little bitty small film.
What are you
And you had to get on this
saying?
light tool and you had to scroll through the microfiche to find your
What are you even talking about?
Trent will know what I'm talking about. Trent
Will you
knows.
please, yeah, thank you, Claude. Will you please digress?
Anyhow.
Good Lord.
Back to
Mr.
2025. So
Microfiche.
B2B creators and niche influencer ecosystem. So we started seeing a lot of AI generated influencers out there, right? Some had some success and some didn't. The areas where they did is where it was really kind of a long tail niche situation. You're not going to replace like your Kim Kardashians with AI, but you can develop characters and tools that can do that in more niche areas.
Will you please stop saying niche?
Yeah, we're off niche now. You see, there's this AI actress that made a big stink.
Tilly. I know you're talking about. Yeah, there's a whole conversation.
I had to write a whole article
Yeah.
about her. These AI influencers and I guess by extension actors are kind of starting to really kind of come to fruition.
Tilly Norwood.
Some people like it, some people don't. We'll see where it goes. The other thing that happened was short form video in professional marketing. We talked a lot about short form video and your concept of lo-fi content, feeding things like stories and TikTok and shorts and all that jazz. That really started happening. We saw legit results from those types of clips for our clients.
Totally.
They were like great. Getting more eyeballs than you would have gotten otherwise by just kind of changing your format and how you think about presenting that video a little bit.
So what's changing going to the new year?
So we believe experimentation to execution. So there's been a lot of experimenting. We've been doing a lot of experimenting and sometimes waiting for someone else to get the execution part, but like that's where it's at. So this year has been a lot of people trying different things, trying to see what works, trying to see what doesn't work, not in terms of just using the tools even, but how, like think about like SEO, how you show up in AI search results. They don't just kind of come out and tell you. There's a lot of experimentation that goes along to kind of determine what you think that's going to be. I did read an article though today about Google being a little more transparent about it. We're going to cover probably next week.
I love that. Okay.
So yeah, the whole experimentation execution, the experimentation phase will start winding down. People will start leveraging what they've learned. And then, the other thing that is changing is buyers expecting consumer grade experiences even in B2B.
Yep.
And we talk a lot about how B2B and B2C are not really that different. When you think about the audiences and the
Not today.
experiences and all that.
Maybe just a slight nuances in sales cycle, but yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
Well, then read this quote. This is really.
Oh yeah, I had sorry, I wrote this on the script.
This is perfect. And you want me to read it?
Yeah,
Take a
you
breath?
hit this one.
2025 was about learning to use AI, M-dash, which is notoriously AI.
But not always.
Not always.
I like an M-dash.
2026 will be about proving that AI can deliver, and that couldn't be more true.
Yeah.
So let's hit the treetop here of our few points.
Yeah, so we've got three. I originally had like 10. I narrowed it down to these three trends we think are going to be happening for marketing in 2026. And number one is AI gets practical. Yep. It's the shift from the hype to the applied intelligence, predictive analytics, AI-driven content workflows, drafting, personalization, all this stuff.
Well, let me hit on this. We were with a client a couple of weeks ago, and they sit on a massive amount of data. It's incredible. And there's not enough time in the day. I just lost my pen. Damn.
No more writing.
There's not enough time in the day for them to, get through all of that data. It's okay, Claude. I got it. And Chris, just on a whim, was just, hey, like, have you thought about X, Y, and Z in the sense of like using AI to, and their minds were blown. It was awesome, right? Because like we're so used to it here as an agency. And I saw this great stat the other day, and I don't know if I shared it on a previous podcast. Agencies are 3 times more ahead in the world of AI than any other company out there. And in no way are we knocking clients or prospective clients.
Not at all.
But it's our job. Like, that's why people pay us money. That is why it's our job to lead clients into this space. And just that little nugget of information that Chris provided the client, it was fun. Their eyes got big and they looked at each other like, oh, like, damn, this is, that would be incredible. Because it would have taken months.
And that's a practical usage of AI. That's
Great practical usage. That's why we love Chris Kaiser.
Yeah, the ability to not be afraid of massive amounts of data or pull insights out of massive amounts of data, even if you don't have that stuff in like a CRM, just raw data, is pretty awesome with AI.
Well, and that's why Chris calls it actionable data, because so many people in the past, oh yeah, we have a ton of data. What are you doing with it, right?
Yep.
And now we're able to tap into those insights. So great example.
AI isn't replacing marketers; it's replacing inefficiencies.
Ah, wow, Roop.
Yeah.
Did you come up with that?
Part of it.
No, you did not.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did not.
Oh,
There's a
boy.
semicolon in that sentence. You do not use semicolons.
Yeah, I didn't use a semicolon.
All right, trend number 2.
Which leads right into trend number 2. Data ethics will become a brand differentiator.
Ooh, I like this.
Yeah, so you go into ethics and how you use it, how you manage and use people's data in
Yes.
AI. That's all there. If you're creating content in AI, how it gets labeled, how you're honest about what's. And a lot of platforms force you to do this now, but like I think it's going to be on brands to be kind of forward with it. If you think about all the privacy policies and things and cookies and all this stuff we've done, where those little banners pop up at the bottom of a site already. I bet you're going to see a lot of those updated to indicate AI is used on this platform. Any data you provide with us may be used for AI. Like that's the kind of stuff that's going to be happening. And because people in general, it's kind of a weird deal. It's a love-hate thing. People like AI. They like to play with it and use it. I see them doing it. But then they'll turn right around and say, oh, I don't trust it and I hate it. So that whole trust bridge is going to be narrowed, I think, when we see more and more ethics coming into it. And brands will probably lead the way.
I agree. Okay. I like this third one. The rise.
The third one is kind of not AI.
I know. That's the whole like.
And
there's our hook, baby.
Good Lord, it's a switcheroo at the end. It's M. Night Shyamalan. Switch. Did I say that? Did I say Shyamalan right? I think
Shyamalan.
Shyamalan.
Niche Shyamalan. Trend number 3,
that's a
the
cool
rise
name.
of human-led branding.
Human-led branding. So authenticity over visual polish. We've talked about that already in terms of like lo-fi content, right? But like that's going to continue to be the case. Subject matter experts become the new influencers.
Yes.
And I like this one because the reason they would become the new influencers is you already need them to create your content.
Yes.
You need subject matter experts to create the how do I, where do I, how much does it cost, all that kind of content. Generally gets generated not by us. We're here to guide you and kind of help facilitate some of that. But at the end of the day, you have people in your organization that are subject matter experts that understand everything about your brand, your industry, your clients and customers, and you want them writing and generating the content that will be used not only for AI SEO, but for content that you publish out to your platforms.
Totally. And we've been talking about this for years. It's I think more pertinent now than ever.
Yeah. And you can shortcut this with AI, but people, like I just said, don't fully trust it. It makes mistakes. And I think the human element, we said this a while back, I think we had a post about it, or podcast about it. The human element is going to stand out in a sea of AI.
Yeah.
And that's I don't want to say it's going to be a backlash or a push, more of a pushback than a backlash. People will accept AI to a point in certain areas, I think, but nothing's ever going to beat a human face-to-face talking to your audience directly and telling them exactly what they need or want to hear.
I love it. And I look at the
that's
flip.
why we have job security on this podcast.
I look at the I look at the flip of it, and AI video is getting really good. Like sometimes
it's super
good. If it is done correctly and not sloppily, there are times where I'm looking at it and I'm like over analyzing.
You thought I was in the Lakers before. I showed him a video of me playing for the Lakers before.
By the way, Roop shows this video and he's I don't know what it's called. It's the crypto arena. I forget what it's called now. It's not SoFi because that's NFL. Anyway, he's in the Lakers arena. And he like puts up this shot. He honestly looks like Luka Doncic, just with Roop's hair. And like shot goes up. He's like, "Look at that swish!" And it was just right off the backboard and not anywhere close.
But AI me was so happy about the shot.
AI me, it was such a good shot though. Yeah. But anywho, so you just again it's that trust but verify.
Yeah.
But I do like this point. And here it goes back to branding, like. Upper funnel brand awareness now more than ever is really important as we think about LLMs and the future of AI. And of course, there's middle funnel, lower funnel, driving leads and conversion. But from a review standpoint, from overall brand sentiment, how you're conducting yourselves as a brand, Just as we look at this world of no-click and LLMs, how's it feeding information to your end consumers that want to buy your product is what we need to think about as we gear up for 2026.
Yeah. And one last point on 3 here, on the rise of the human-led branding. You empower your internal experts. Treat them as creators, not just thought leaders. They're thought leaders, but also creators. And I think there's going to be a little generational shift in this mindset. I think older folks are happy to write white papers and documents and send those off. I think younger folks have come up in the age of iPhones and social media and have a little bit of creative bone in them already through those tools. So their ability to be both experts in their field and content creators is going to be pretty high in my estimation.
Well, and here's the thing. I want to give a shout out to Joe Parsons. Used to work for Ditch Witch in a subsidiary brand. He's a product manager at a company called Finn, and it's really cool. And I don't have this up on the screen, but Joe posted, and it's all these little location dots, and it's literally, he's a product manager at Finn. It's his journey on a new product showcase, going down to the south, journeying back up. Okay. And it's like, Joe's a great example of a subject matter expert that knows this product really, really well. And he's out there on the road. That is a validation for Finn as a corporation. And Joe's an active poster on LinkedIn. He has a really nice presence. So Joe, I'm going to send this to you because you're doing a great job. And it literally hits on the authenticity. He's out in the field. He knows the customers. He knows the product, leading into the overall Finn brand. It's a 1-2 punch.
The future is Joe.
Future's Joe. There you go. So Joe Parsons, there you have it, brother. Roop, next week, I like the idea of talking through Google to what you alluded to earlier on the podcast.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next week.
To those of our employees, of our listeners that are traveling, we wish you safe travels as you are at Equip Expo up in Louisville. There's no rain in their forecast. There's rain in our forecast. We are praying for no rain down here in Tulsa for the Christ the King cigar dinner. And for those of you in 2026 planning, you're in the thick of it. You're making it through. Godspeed in the months to come as we gear up for 2026, which is why we gave you these trends.
Head start.
Roopster, as always, it's a pleasure.
Thanks, Sam.
Claudia, thank you. And to our listeners, thank you as always. We'll see you next week.
Adios.
Bye-bye.
And that's a wrap. We hope you found a spark of inspiration for your marketing strategy. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us at Littlefield Agency to keep the conversation going. Catch you next time.